Alright, hello, this is Julian, and what is up, my friends? Did you know that Aki Option added like 20 new indicators? What? So, they've already put together a very solid platform, and this is like arguably the number one broker for binary in the world. Okay, and now they've added like 20 new indicators. They recently just added like 4 or 5, or was it 7? I'm not sure. But now they've added a whole bunch more, 20 indicators extra. So if you have an account, or if you don't have an account, why not sign up for one using the link below in the video description. It's my link, and if you use my link, you may actually qualify for a complimentary access to Binary Lab Basic or Binary Lab Elite. Simply email my admin or message my admin on Facebook about it. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick what's new. Basically, it used to be just what you find in popular, but now they've got all these new sections. Okay, so in this video, I'm not going to be talking about all the indicators, but I'm going to be talking to you about some of the indicators that I'm most excited to see in this update of IQ Option. So first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Settings tab, and I'm going to change it to 80% scale. So for all of you out there who may not be using a big screen, okay, like I like to set it to 80%, 90%, so I can see more on my screen. And by the way, you have the choice of setting for either black background, gray, or like for me, I like white. It's very clean, especially in the daytime. I like a white background. Now I've set it from the default being like a area chart. I mean, who uses this, right? I set it to candle, and I'm going to be using 30-second because the shortest expiry here is like like sub-minute. So I think 30-second is just nice. So that's me. Now I want to show you some of the things that I'm happy to see over here. Like I said, like over here, whatever you find in popular used to be the previous offering, and previously it was only available up to fractal. I'm not sure if Alligator used to be there in the previous update, but let's just show you this one quickly. What I like about Alligator is that basically all these are MAs of different period, and if it is all in sequence, it shows you that the trend is strong. But when one begins to cross, it shows you that that trend is possibly ended, and of course you can notice that through the price action as well. Over in here, when we see 3 lines pointing down, we know it's a strong downtrend. You see, in this period of time where the lines have been crisscrossing each other, we know that the trend is not there because it's not yet established. Okay, there's a conflict of the lines. Conflict means that the trend is not yet established. When it's all in order, yes, the trend is in sequence. Okay, sometimes it can have pullbacks on the outer lines, but once it opens up again, yes, we know that the trend is opened up again. Okay, and if we see that the price action has crossed into the area of the lines, we know that that trend has come to an end. So get ready for something else. Okay, in the most recent update, they also had the Aki Timing. This is also one of the indicators I'm very excited about, and I personally see this as something like a value charts indicator. So many of you who trade Forex or MT4, you know about value charts, and you know that how value charts is a brilliant indicator that helps to supplement RSI. The RSI could show you that something is oversold, but have you ever experienced a circumstance where you thought it's oversold, you're going for a counter trend trade, only to find out that it's going further and further down? So you can actually address that problem by using an indicator over here, the Aki Timing, and that is what it does. If you're trading with the trend, we know this is a downtrend, I'll be going for puts, and that will be perfectly fine. But the problem comes in when you're trying to take trades against the trend, and it does not always work out as nice as this. Okay, sometimes it can continue like against you for God knows how long. And by comparing the Aki Timing against the RSI, you can much better reduce your chance of failure if you're doing a counter trend kind of trade. So this is one of my favorite picks. The next thing I want to show you is the center of gravity. The center of gravity, unfortunately, when I saw it, I was expecting a set of lines on the main price window where we can see regression lines, but it's a different kind of thing over here. The one over here instead, though, it works kind of like using a set of EMA lines. So some people, when they trade on the chart, they'll use like EMA parameters like 11 and 21. Some people use 5 and 13. So I'm going to be using 1121 to illustrate for you. So I'm going to go over to this one. I'm going to put like 11. I'm going to go to EMA, set, and there you go. What this helps you do is to identify common areas in the chart. So if they're all in agreement, then we can take some trade. You want to find agreements for trend riding. This is a trending indicator. If you want something to be quicker, more responsive, instead of using 11:21, use like a 5 and a 13. Okay, these are the common settings. Okay, so the next one I want to show you. This one is something that I quite like, and this is one of the favorite ones that I like in this update. And unfortunately, the default color is very bland. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit more obvious in here, like that. Okay, and how this works is kind of interesting. If I were to throw like a Bollinger Band on the chart, I would tend to see that it works in a very much a similar way as a Bollinger. I can see that, okay, you see it helps us identify, is it in the upper half of the price action, is it in the lower half of the price action, and let's say if it's above the line, well, maybe some calls will be in order. If it's below the line, maybe some puts will be in order. Same thing over here. If it goes below the line, we can actually go for some put trades. And what your question is, like, what happens sometimes if it goes above and then it comes back to the line, and then you wait for it to go back up again, and then we can take some other call trade as well. Okay, so this is how you can use it. I think this is one of the most powerful indicators in this update, in my opinion. This one and the bell pay Aki Timing. And let's look what else they have over here. Okay. There is the CCI. Okay, not too stoked about this one. It's just normal. And okay, this is one of the ones I was most excited about. Okay, I really wanted to see like regression lines. I couldn't find it, but then I came across this. Okay, and I see rainbow moving averages. And I was like, whoa, this is somewhat like the Alligator, but because there's more lines, there's more filtering involved compared to the Alligator. So when you see it forming a rainbow, then you know that we're in a trend. And when you see that they're folding, then we know we're not in a trend. So if you want to trade trend, this is a very, very, very powerful indicator. And you can combine this with the DPO, for instance, and you have a fairly good system. Okay, so I mean here I've just given you a very powerful idea already. All right, one of many ideas, and you can get even more great trading ideas when you join the Binary Lab Basic or Elite groups. And you know what? If you're looking to start an IQ option account, or perhaps if you've been away, you've been using other brokers, or let's say you had an account in the past but you're not using it for some time, and you're wondering like, oh wow, look at all these indicators now available on IQ, and you want to come back into trading, well, use my link, close your previous account, send a message to my Facebook page admin, or email new accounts at thebinarylab.net, and you may possibly qualify for Binary Lab Basics or Binary Lab Elite. If you plan on investing a large amount, you can get a complimentary Binary Lab Elite access as well. Okay, so speak to my admins about that. In the meantime, for anyone else, even if you're just dabbling in binary options for the first time, you came across this video because you were trying to look out for like some information on IQ option, a broker review, or anything, I highly recommend that you also check out my recent 2019 review of IQ options, although much has changed since then. Since that video, they've added a whole bunch of new indicators. That's why you're here today. If you are new to binary options trading, I mean, don't rush. Just take your time and explore, take it at your own pace. But if you plan on one day going more serious, no harm in using my affiliate links to start an account. Okay, it doesn't take anything away from your capital, but on the other hand, I can actually award you a free membership to learn additional video trainings through my programs, the Binary Lab Basics or the Binary Lab Elite. So that's basically what I have for you today, and the indicators that we have here can be applied to all of these. It can be applied to digital, to forex, to stocks, cryptos, ETFs, commodities, indices, and so much more. If you need more ideas or advice on trading, go ahead and open an account through the link beneath this video. and I look forward to seeing you inside the Pioneer Lab community. My name is Julian Wong. Bye for now.